about.
Well, so
I like this.
welcome to The View.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
right. And as everyone can hear, I think a lot of people are always surprised when they discover your English.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm
you
a
were
Londoner.
raised in a part of London called Peckham.
Yes.
So
yeah.
were you a funny kid? Were you a rough kid? Did you know you were an actor as a kid?
I was an interesting kid, sometimes very problematic. I had an issue, clapback disease.
What is that?
See, it's a disease I still have till today. Someone says something, you want to be graceful back. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out that way in terms of your reply.
Right.
Yeah. You're edgy.
Yeah, I was a bit edgy as a kid, so it landed me in trouble a few times. But theatre was always the balance for me.
But the accent is killer. I know.
As a kid, that the theater was a great thing for you.
Yeah, I mean, my dad is a minister, and at the time he was very charismatic and open with performance, and so it was part of my blood to go to theatre and be a part of that.
Excellent.
We did hear about a movie that was special to you growing up, and someone at this table, I mean, I'm going to give you one guess, may have starred in it.
Yes.
So what movie was that?
Sister Act 2. Sister Act 2.
John?
Yeah. Oh, my God!
My daughter. Yes, that's my daughter.
Same smile.
And
Brought
so I wanted
Sister
to make
Act
sure
to you.
she-
Yeah.
I was so happy that
Oh,
she was
that's
going to be
amazing.
here to hear this.
But you mentioned your dad's a minister, and that movie spoke to you for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, because it was always the balance between church and performance for me. And I was part of a community of kids who, you know, were a bit, you know, talkative, and I had a bit of an attitude, and we were given an amazing opportunity with theatre. And that's something I was a part of, and it just reminded me of that movie. Those inner city kids been given a good opportunity, and I just felt like I was a part of that in my life.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah,
Love that.
You killed that, Whoopi.
We were talking about spoilers earlier.
Oh, yes.
So The Last Jedi, the Star Wars installment,
Oh, yeah.
is coming out in December. I am such a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
Can you share us?
I bet
share
you're
with
trembling.
us? I know. I know.
Yeah, it's okay.
Do we get a few spoilers?
No, unfortunately.
What? That brand is so protected.
I just want you guys to go in fresh. That's the Star
Just a
Wars
little
brand. I love it.
something?
Yeah,
Right.
Little something?
No, it's fresh. You go in there not expecting, and then boom.
Speaking of which, I don't...
Oh, you're going to love these. You can hear them when she walks in the room. The sabers make sound.
Amazing.
I'm dressed for you today. You know, I'll tell you after the show.
And you can hear them. She walks in and all you hear are lightsabers entering the room.
I need to get my, I mean, X is the heels, but I need to get my my version of that.
Yeah.
You can do it.
We'll
The
make
nude
sure we
version.
do.
No, yeah.
Now, when you were in The Force Awakens, did it ever annoy anyone close to you? Because like Sunny, there's always like, okay, can you tell us one little
Just a
thing?
piece.
You know, does anyone get annoyed with you that you can't share anything?
I think it would be Dad. My dad is a strange man, and he just so happens to be my biggest fan. You would say that, but he actually likes me as an actor.
Yeah.
Do you know there's a different love to parents? Sometimes it's
Yeah.
because they're just your child,
Yeah.
but he actually thinks I'm all right. And so, yeah,
Love
yeah,
it.
my
Love
dad.
it.
But how did you know it annoyed him?
Well, because he was very strict on saying that if you don't tell me, you're going to go wash some plates. I'm like, Dad, I'm in the movies. We don't wash plates. I ended up washing the plates.
Because it was Dad. Now,
Yeah, that's
listen,
Dad.
the new film, Detroit, directed by Catherine Bigelow, the first woman to win an Oscar for directing. Very powerful look at what happened at the Algiers Motel during the Detroit riot of '67. We have a clip. What are we going to say?
Well, I play a character called Melvin Dismukes, and obviously this is about the racial tension at the time in 1967 Detroit. And Melvin so happens to be a private security guard who is pulled into this crazy story. He tries to help, and in this scene, the tables are turned on him.
Fellas, you know, sometimes when a black guy is put in a position of authority, other black guys, they like to single you out, okay? Because I'm not supposed to tell them what to do.
When we have these conversations, we do them in stages, okay? Stage 1, witnesses. Stage 2 suspects.
What stage are we in?
You don't know what stage we're in?
No, could you specify for me?
Yeah, we're in stage 2. You're a suspect.
I got to see the movie yesterday.
Oh, wow. Fresh.
And it was so intense.
Yeah.
It was so intense for me. And you got to meet Melvin.
Yes, yes.
What did you learn from him? Because, again, his experience, the way you portrayed it, was such an intense one.
I think with approaching a person that was involved in an event like this, it's easy to just, you know, attach them to the event, and that's all you want to get to know. But I just wanted to get to know him as a person. He's an introvert, he's soft-spoken, he means well, and unfortunately was involved in something that affected his whole life. But at the same time, he's a very vibrant and happy, you know, man, and that's something that I wanted to find out in terms of portraying him.
Yeah.
Just the intricate things that make his personality.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Appreciate it.
I thought too.
Yeah, it's just so well done. And, you know, we often talk about racism here at the table as something that happens in this country. You're not from this country. Have you experienced this?
I mean, race relations is a global issue. There's race relations issues in Brazil, in India, in the UK, and right now we're going through a time in which those things are questioned. And for me, I've never experienced racism on a hyper grand level, but I've experienced it to the point where subconsciously I just go, is this because I'm black? But then at the same time, you don't want to play that card.
Right.
So you're like, you know, I don't know what to think, but at the same time, you know, it is what it is. There's a reason why mentally, subconsciously, my mind goes there. And that's the issue we have to deal with.
Yeah. It's, you know, it's one of those things where we try to explain to people, you know, we have to listen with 2 ears.
Yeah.
We have to hear what's being said, and we have to figure out, okay, now, should I take this in a weird way? I'm not sure how, because you're never sure, and you don't want to just leap and jump. So it's one of those things that is the dilemma, I think, of many people of many different races.
Yes,
you know, including white people.
Yeah.
I think white people get just as freaked out, you know, because they don't want to be misunderstood either. So we're all trying to understand each other. And so you must come back as often as you want to.
Oh, I would love to come.
It would be really great to have you with us anytime.
Especially around December.
Oh, yeah.
Our thanks to John Boyega. You're not going to find out, so stop. You can see Detroit in select cities now and nationwide starting Friday, August 4th. And we, of course, we'll be right back.